Hey everyone, how we all doing? Okay, so before we get started, everything I say in this video is my opinion, mine alone. Please feel free to do your own research, come to your own conclusions. With that being said, let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to start off with something a little bit special. This time 7 years ago, I was being wheeled in to have a C-section. It is now 1:11 a.m. and my little boy has pretty much just turned 7. It was a night that you would never forget. Normally I panic. I panic over everything. The littlest things. The silliest things. But being night time, I was laying in bed. I had already been having Braxton Hicks for some time. I had had steroid injections for baby's lungs, so he came early. So it was a planned C-section due to botched surgery years before. Another story, another day. And I was watching Nelson Mandela, The Long Walk to Freedom. How ironic. Now, the C-section was planned for a week after. I was in the longest pregnancy that I've had to date. I'm not no more anyway, so the longest pregnancy that I had. I was 37 weeks. I'd never gone beyond 35 before. So that was impressive. And yeah, Nelson Mandela, The Long Walk to Freedom. As the film finished, I got up out of bed and I was going to the bathroom. And I had to call my husband. And I said to him, I think our little boy is coming. And whoosh, it went again. It was time. So we didn't actually have a car at the time, so we phoned for a taxi. Didn't tell the taxi how far I was, at what point I was, because he did say that if my waters broke that he was going to kick me out of the taxi. So we didn't tell him. Get to the hospital. I gotta be honest, I was scared. But I wouldn't panic it. I had a little bit of a crying moment over the epidural, because the idea of that scared the death out of me. Literally scared the death out of me, an epidural. I've heard so many stories. And around about now, he was born. 1:15 a.m. One of the most amazing days of my life. Just like today, I had been awake 24 hours. And then I didn't sleep that night either. I was on such a high. There was no way to bring me down. He was and is perfect. And I couldn't ask for a more amazing little boy. He is so polite. He is so well-mannered. He is a proper mammy's little boy. He wants to be with me. He would be glued to the hip if he could. He is ready to help me if ever I need help. Never fails to say please and thank you. This little boy has more compassion, more consideration for others than so many adults that I've met on YouTube. So today he turned 7. He had his presents yesterday because he's in school tomorrow. And we're going to invite his friend over for a little tea party. We still have to be careful, so we will be staying safe. Anyways, from here on it does get a little bit rocky. And by the end I may get a little bit heated. But I'm going to start off with Katie Joy. I haven't spoken about Katie for a long time. And it's more about her stance than about her, actually. As most of you probably know already, there is a girl named Miranda who Katie is claiming is in a CULT. I went to her Instagram, I left a comment telling her not to trust Katie. And I also added that I think her dancing is amazing. And she is absolutely gorgeous. Because her dancing is amazing. I would love to be able to dance like that. I'd love to be able to dance, but there we go. But she is amazing. If you haven't seen her yet, her name is Miranda. One second. Miranda Derrick or Watkins. I'm not quite sure which is which. I think Derrick is a married name. As I said, I left a comment, and someone replied back telling me that I was manipulating. Let me just make sure I got this right now. I was accused of exploiting the situation, when all I'd done was say to her, please be careful of Katie Joy. She would accuse her own grandmother of being in a CULT if it would make her money. So with that in mind, I'm going to pin my PayPal into the comments. So if you would like to donate to the channel, please feel free to do so. But I'm only really putting it in there just to annoy these people, to be honest with you. But yeah, I was accused of manipulating. I asked how long they'd been following Katie for. They didn't answer. Ooh, big surprise. Most people don't stick around long once they see Katie's real side anyway. So they couldn't have been following it along. They still believe she's pure and innocent. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, there was a little bit of a debate between the new KJ Stan and myself. And there was one other as well who thought I was manipulating for bonuses, I guess you can put it. No, I was just pointing out that she had a very manipulative person claiming she was trying to help her. And I don't rock with her. We all know what Katie is. We all know what Katie does. And we all know what Katie needs to stop doing. Sadly, she won't. And it looks like Miranda may be intending on suing her. Because from what I could gather, she's actually trying to get in touch with Todd Chrisley. So, is this the one who will take Katie down? Is this the one who will make Katie stop what she's doing? I am not going to say that Miranda is or isn't in a CULT. I don't know. I haven't seen enough evidence to go either way. So I honestly can't answer that one. My gut says no, but who knows? So until I've got enough evidence to say either way, I just gotta stay neutral. So enough of Katie. I just recently came across this family. Now, let me just see how you spell their names. Right, I'm going to put the name by here. Excuse me. Saccone Joly. I don't know. I'm gonna butcher it, so I'm just gonna put it here. And their 7-year-old transgender daughter. Now, this is where things could get a little heated. I'm not going to put none of their videos on my channel. I'm not going to exploit this child more than she is being exploited already. As I just said to you, my little boy is 7. He likes to dress up. He loves to wear mommy's wigs. He thinks it's so funny. And he'll also wear his sister's dresses. Do I tell him it's wrong? No. It's play. Imaginative play is healthy for the brain. And if you're a parent, you know this. So dressing up as Rapunzel, Cinderella, the Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz, or the Tin Man is normal, healthy play. Coming to the conclusion that because of this means your child is transgender is so far out of the ballpark, it's unreal. Now, I've watched a couple of videos today. I feel sick. And there were some things that made me really, really concerned. Just grab my notes. So, they were saying goodbye to the old name, Eduardo. Now, my issues with this is, for starters, Mum wasn't even around. She was laying down or something. Eduardo was her father's name. I can only imagine how painful this day was for her. She named her child after her dad. And from what I can see, her husband has not considered her emotions or her feelings for one brief moment. This child needs counselling. This is heartbreaking. This makes me so angry. I don't care about girls will be girls and boys will be boys and all that BS. I believe a child will be a child. Male, female, don't matter. And very soon, he, she, whatever you want to call Eduardo, or whatever the new name is, I didn't get that far, I couldn't. Will realise that either they are on the right path or on a very wrong path. And it is going to be so confusing. Why would you do this to your child? Why would you put this amount of pressure on your child to be someone you want them to be? Because that is what I see happening. You want your child. Jonathan, you want your child to be so badly transgender. My eldest son is part of the LGBTQ+. As long as he's happy, I'm happy. If my son came to me at a reasonable age with reasonable understanding and said to me that I think I'm a girl and can sit down and have a reasonable, rational conversation and tell me why they feel that way, I would support them every step of the way. Until then, it's play. It's feeding the brain. This is what childhood is all about. It's not about someone telling you you have to fit within a certain box, because you don't. Being a child means you can stick your foot out of every corner of that box. 3 times. If you want to play with wigs, if you want to play with dresses, if you want to drive a fire engine and be a boy, or be the king of the world for a girl, That's okay. Because that is healthy, imaginative play. When you're telling a 7-year-old they want to be a girl, now you, Jonathan, you ask your son something, daughter, whatever, I can't even cope with this. Jonathan asked, what are you going to be, a daddy or a mommy? Eduardo jumped in with, I'm going to be a mommy. Your dad said because you're going to marry a woman to have a child together. Now what came out of the mouth of Eduardo from this point on blew my fucking head off. Eduardo says, I'm going to marry someone, that I'll have kids, and I'll find them, that I'll fire them from living with me, then I'll just take the kids. And then I'll have kids in it, because since I can't born any, I'll just have to have these kids. What are you teaching that child? Like, seriously, Jonathan, what are you teaching your child? Eduardo is a 7-year-old child who doesn't need to be thinking about having children, let alone if he's male or female. Should be building tree houses, making dens, catching grasshoppers, running around his sister's Cinderella dress, while his sister steals his fireman outfit. Playing with toys and his friends, not worrying about what gender he is and if he's going to be a mom or a dad. You're damaging your child. Why would you want to put your child through that? This is taking everything in me to stay as calm as I possibly can. Because there is nothing in this world that's got me that much. You've come out as they, them. Did you do that knowing you were going to make more money? Because I hear you writing a book. Is it real or a fairy tale? Because I can't tell with you. I don't know whether what you're saying is real or a figment of your imagination. Putting your son through this stuff is insane. He isn't old enough to understand the meaning of gender. Trust me, I know. I have one. A 7-year-old. Today, actually. How much therapy is it going to take to fix that little boy? Because he's going to be so confused. Why would you be that sort of person? Let him play with the dolls and the dresses if that's what he wants to do. Or wear shorts and t-shirts and go fishing in the lake, river, wherever you go. Let him have fun wearing wigs. That's fine. But to bring his gender into it at this age, when he doesn't understand it himself, is nothing less than cruel. And I'm getting wound up now, so I'm going to have to end it here. Can you please do the YouTube things of like, share and subscribe, and I shall catch you in the next one. Have a great day tomorrow. It is very late here in the UK. I should be going to sleep because I've been awake for 24 hours. But I had to get this video out because I was so infuriated by these things. And like I said, I'm going to pin the PayPal in the comments. If you would like to donate towards the channel, I would be extremely grateful. If not, I still adore each and every one of you. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Good night.